So I have had received a couple of questions for Justin that are all around the same theme. And I think it's perfect for this panel when we're talking about equity specifically. But they're all around the question of fair evasion and decriminalizing fair evasion. And one person, mentioned, so what can be done about the double standard between fair evasion being a fourth degree misdemeanor, while the Ohio Revised Code prevents arrest for parking violations? And is this something that RTA can change via policy, or would it need to be changed at the municipal or state level? And another, question that came earlier during the call, was a question about transit police and RTA's current devotion of resources to fare evasion, and whether or not that it should be something that RTA should be doing. And is it something that you think, that we should no longer be criminalizing?
Well, I think fair evasion should not be criminalized. We should be decriminalizing fair evasion. And I know Councilman McCormick has put together some legislation to do that at the city level. I think that's a step in the right direction. I would also say, I've been pushing as a board member for RTA to really pilot what BART is doing in San Francisco by having a transit ambassador program instead of just having transit police, because I think that would go a long way in restoring that trust and credibility with our riders right now when they currently interact with our transit police force at the agency. I would also say that a part of my job as a board member is to make sure that we do what we say we're going to do. So in 2018, in my first month on the board, we said that when we got a new CEO, we were going to put forth a transit civilian review board for our police department. And through my committee, we're analyzing that process right now to make sure we have a transit police civilian review board to make sure that residents have an effective way to have their complaints heard inside of our existing agency at the RTA. And so these are all things that we need to focus on, because the bottom line is, whether it's RTA Transit Police or the Cleveland Police Department, nationally and locally, we've lost trust in our police force. And residents want to make sure that we have constitutionally appropriate policing, and we have to also do the hard work of charting what a new model of policing looks like. My mom's a social worker. I know that social work works from her own experience, and I want to make sure that we're doing the hard work and making sure that we elevate racial justice, equity, to make sure we have accountable and effective policing, because the current model does not work.